1,385 thoroughbred racehorses were born and registered in the Stud Book of India in 2015. Only one would win the Indian Derby. Now, he was born at a state-of-the-art nursery, the Poonawalla Stud Farms. They were no strangers to classic success. The honor roll of every classic run in the subcontinent has featured the Poonawalla Stud Farms on multiple occasions. This young colt was truly bred in the purple. Now, telling you the tale of a 4-year-long journey in under 15 minutes is tough, but we're gonna give it a red-hot go.
The first time I saw Star Superior, he had just arrived into the yard. Dad had selected him at the farm, and when he came into the yard as a 2-year-old, I thought, he was a huge horse and a very lanky horse. Initially, he wasn't muscled up and not really the way he looks right now. At that time, to be honest, he looked like an absolute camel.
The expectations were good because I had seen him, when I bought him, I had seen him in the paddock running, and I felt that he was a good horse. And then Rajesh is there, obviously both of us can take care of the horse.
Star Superior. Nice name, wouldn't you agree? I named him. He was, as I said, he was a huge, big, bulky horse, and he would never work. He was so lazy, so lazy. It took us about 9 to 10 pace works just to get something out of him. But I don't know why I had that attachment with him. I just loved being on him. He was a huge, lovely horse, the biggest horse probably I've ever ridden. And I started planning for his first race at least about 2 months prior to what we were thinking of running him. And that's how we started working on him to get him fit to run his first race.
Star Superior made an impressionable debut in Bangalore and won 3 out of his first 4 starts. In those starts, he went to Bombay and ran second in the Poonawalla Breeders' Multi-Million. And that wasn't a bad thing, because no winner of the Poonawalla Breeders' Multi-Million has won the Indian Derby. But multiple horses who've run second have come out trumps. In the overall equation, he won 3 out of his first 4 starts, until he was thrown into the deep end and met his first able competitor.
Star Superior and Sir Cecil had never really met before the Colts trial. We went to Bombay and we chose to run the races in Bombay and come back. And in fact, even the lead-ups, we chose 2 separate millions, which is there in the summer season.
Can you imagine 2 great horses running in the same year? 2 stars. Sir Cecil, a terrific name. Couldn't be a better name in the world.
And the first time we were meeting was in the Colts trial. Obviously, it was a race that was very thrilling and very exciting because everyone wanted to know who's going to come up on top.
Two great horses running together. Can you imagine the crowd? One party shouting for Sir Cecil, the other party shouting for Star Superior. and both of them are going hammer and tong close to each other. Who's going to win? It was just terrific.
Well, it was one of those battles everyone were looking forward to, all the professionals, all the punters. Closest I've ever run to Sir Cecil was in that race. I believe I could have won that race. Unfortunately, the pace went a bit slow for me. But for some reason, I always had this feeling, and I kept telling Dr. Cyrus Poonawalla, Mr. Jawahir Poonawalla, that I'll definitely get him in the Indian Derby. I don't know why I said that. I always had that feeling.
Star Superior was not disgraced in defeat, and 3 significant races would write the perfect kahani mein twist leading up to the Indian Derby.
Bangalore Grade 1, and as they swing round the corner, this is the 31st edition of the Kingfisher Ultra Derby Bangalore 2018.
The Grey extended his winning margin in the Bangalore Derby, after which Star Superior won the Deccan Derby, beating My Opinion. Now, My Opinion would go on to win 2 Saint Ledgers, so it wasn't a gimme race by any stretch of imagination. The lead up to the Indian Derby was the Indian 2000 Guineas, where once again Star Superior couldn't get past his old nemesis. So how now was the Star going to beat the Flash of Grey on Derby Day? That was the real conundrum.
Yeah. So, well, that was the target, the Indian Derby. We had just come out winning the Ruya, and I think he ran a very fair race in the Ruya. We all knew before the race, Sir Cecil was not at his best. If the race was run at a good clip, that might be a chink in his armor.
You can't get these moments. You can't buy them for the love of money. Money can't buy them. A moment has to come.
And the racing for the Kingfisher Ultra Indian Derby. At the head turn for home. Valley Grove comes to know first. The North Star Superior is now making a quick forward move. But it's going to be Star Superior on the outside. Has gone past her Cecil. Extricating is moving into third. Up that is Valley Grove, but Star Superior is about 4 lengths ahead of Bengal.
It was a joyous moment because
won the Derby after quite a few years, and we bought the horse back after his impressive debut as a 2-year-old, and the faith we reposed in him was justified.
My horse had just peaked perfectly for this race, and I felt he had never been at his best just before this race. There were other issues that Star Superior had. Was he used to hang out in his previous races, and that was the only thing that was bothering me. I just said that if this horse runs straight, I will definitely get him today.
Suraj rode brilliantly on most of his races. Trainer did a wonderful job, kept him on top throughout his racing career.
Even though people did mention that if you're targeting the Indian Derby, is Rajesh the right person? That every young star emerges, and Rajesh showed it in him, and he proved it, that he could not only win 13 races with this horse, he won 4 Group 1 races, and then he won the Indian Derby.
To me, he is a very special horse. He'll probably be one of the best horses that I've ridden. For any jockey to ride a horse in all his career starts, in 19 starts I've ridden him all the times, to have won 13 races on any horse is very unique. It doesn't happen often.
The 10th Indian Derby has been extremely important to us because it's a figure, it's the 10th, number 1. It's in our racing colours, number 2. And number 3 is very important to keep your record going, because racing is such a thing that people forget very soon. And this horse has kept us going.
Star Superior's outstanding performance in the Indian Derby was a vindication of, I may humbly state, my prediction that he would win outright, and to the surprise of many people, because he was the 3rd favourite in the race.
Retiring Star Superior obviously is a very emotional moment for me. A horse that has given me so much, so early on in my career. Getting an Indian Derby winner, I can only wish the best for him.
For him, he was more than just another racehorse. He was really special to all of us, to my kids, to my family, to my wife, and obviously Dad. There's no two ways about that. And any horse that gives you an Indian Derby is always going to be special. I'm going to miss him. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there today to see him off. I wish him all the best in his future and a happy retired life.
And thank you for everything. Thank you for winning the Indian Derby.
Thank you for winning the Indian Derby.
Bye. Say bye to him. Bye.
We are very happy to welcome him, and I think he's going to have a wonderful life at the Poonawalla Farms. Everyone at our farm love horses, care for them, and that's just what he's going to get as a reward for what he did for us at the racecourses in India.
Star Superior to be retired at the Poonawalla Farms was a foregone conclusion, because we have housed many other champions, and he's certainly now the prize of and pride of glory of the farms, to have him here and display him to international and important Indian personalities. Would like to see him. He's a very well-made, very strong, nice-looking horse, and For the next 10 years, I hope we'll be able to display him with pride and glory.
He will relax, he'll have the best food, he'll have the best paddocks, and everything that a horse can or deserves to have. And that's what we are going to give him, not only as thanksgiving, but because he deserves it. He's a great ambassador, and now he's going to strut in the equine arena whenever we have guests. He will come out, show himself out proudly, and along with him will be our great international equine ambassador, Mystical, with a lot of pomp and show. Well, this is a story of all smiles. I can't believe it myself. I was lying in the bed, got up, saw the derby. I was not allowed to leave the hospital. 2 doctors had strapped me down because of a heart intervention that was done. Now, when I saw the horse win, I couldn't resist. So I tried to get out of the room and go to the racecourse, which was just 1 kilometer away from the Breach Candy to the racecourse. So when nobody was looking, I opened the door, ran away, got into the back lift, got down, told the driver, rushed the car, and we went to the racecourse, and I was already in the paddock over there. So people were just bewildered, how did I reach the paddock? And I myself was bewildered that how did I do it? Actually, I wasn't even in my full attire because I was from the hospital. But it was such adrenaline and such zest that came in that money just can't buy such moments. And it was so exciting. And the doctors running behind to find out where is Mr. Poonawalla, how is the room got empty. I had actually kept a dummy on the bed, so they would think I'm lying down. And actually that's the way I ran out and came to the racecourse. Unbelievable moment, cannot be ever forgotten.